Howdy folks, welcome to the 3D Sapiens Road Show. It is Monday, October 21st, I think. But things are just, I found the best footprint, I think, yet around camp. Mr. Bigfoot is getting brave. He's definitely getting, I've now found at least two different variations of trails down to here. And he's getting very brave, which leads me to believe that he's getting comfortable with me. One thing I mentioned yesterday, towards the end of the day, is how there was places where all the leaves were missing. I don't walk there. When I see that, I avoid it. Here's my footsteps. When I put this in the other day for this tarp, I saw this, so I went up this way. Okay, that was not me. So if you just look here, this whole area along in here is just getting pounded down gradually. This looks like somebody just sits here. How about that? Just sitting there while I'm sleeping right there. And so I put this tarp up the other day, and already the trail underneath it is getting pounded. It's like they come underneath here like this, and they can either go back up, or they can come back down this way. I'll show you the other side of this here in a minute. Or they can go around the periphery, which that leads us over to that side, that periphery over there, because that's where I really wanted to show you something here. So just right here, I don't know, this could have been me somehow kicking that, but okay, what really got my attention, and now I've cleared away some of the twigs today. I've made it easier for them to approach quietly, just to kind of like this. When I see something like this that they could step on, but before I move that, hold on. You're seeing this here? Just like that. And all these leaves. Okay, I trimmed this. You can see where I trimmed it. But all those leaves were not here, like a couple days ago when I did this. So I think they're coming in through here, and I'll show you that pathway in a minute. Underneath there, through there, because it's even over here, it's getting pounded down. You can see it's more pounded down here than it is here. Okay, see here the pine needles all kind of nice and fresh. Over here, everything's smashed, and that wasn't just me, because I've been around everywhere. So, okay, so this trail again. Notice I'm staying off to the side of it, because this is day by day getting ground up more and more. And here's one that I saw this morning that really got my attention. This could have been a heel, and then going up like that. But if you follow, see the leaves, and it just goes right up, which is exactly what they do, right alongside the manzanitas, so they can reach the manzanitas as well and eat them. And as long as I'm here, I don't know what this bush is. Again, botanist. I need a botanist if you're going to explain all this. This little thing right here. Oh, that's where the leaves came from. And that's what they were doing. Okay, hello. There was little berries on here. I smashed one. They're round, about like that. They have like 2 or 3, 4 maybe big seeds in them. I smelled it. Didn't have any particular noticeable smell, but it seemed edible. But they're gone, and the leaves are gone. So I think that's what Mr. Bigfoot was doing when he comes down here. Again, there's one trail right through there. Okay, now I'll forget this for now, because that path up there is the first one that I noticed. It's like, whoa, this is getting pounded down day by day. With every passing day, it's more pounded down. It's like, huh, who's doing that? Because I go up there maybe once or twice. Some days I don't go up there at all. Like with the bait, well, I call it the sharing bins. I don't like the term bait bag. Okay, I showed you that in the show yesterday. It's just upslope about 100 yards or less. And I only go up there every couple days or so, because I'm trying not to make a big deal out of this. That's part of my strategy, is I don't want him to think I'm, as soon as I get incontrovertible proof of him that I'm going to come up here, call the cavalry, and this place is going to be swarming with humans. So I don't know, this is just thinking, but okay, check this out. And it's like these little pieces of wood ended up between the digits. Okay, are you seeing this? Here's my foot. Wow. Comparison. Okay, it's like these little pieces of wood ended up between the digits. Um, okay, so here's one foot. This is, I think, the right foot actually, and then the left foot is right there. And it seems to go up that way. And this trail also goes down around that way. I've now discovered. And I found some rocks up there with the pine needles just right there, all smashed down. Where I think that's another one of the sitting places. So this is we are smack dab in Mr. B's neighborhood here. You can see this trail. See this trail? Again, the only other animal I've seen here is a deer. She comes up like this, and she walks that way, and you can see her tracks over here. Someday I've seen her as high as up here, and then she'll come down, and you can see her little track marks coming down. And she goes that way, and then she sees me and freaks out and goes that way. That's it. That's the only critter. There used to be a lot of squirrels. Well, not a lot. There was a couple ground squirrels and I think chipmunk and whatever, but I don't see them much anymore, which is another thing. It's like, where did the little guys go? Because they're not hanging around much anymore. And it's not like they sleep in, because I get woken up quite often about 6 a.m. by the neighborhood alarm squirrel over there going off with, I don't know, I guess Mr. B coming up or down, I don't know. Anyway, so the squirrels don't even come here anymore. So what's pounding down these trails? Anyway, okay, so that's the campsite. This is how close they are, folks. So there's this one route going down here, and I haven't even really followed it that much. But if you look right along in here, a couple of these are my things, but some of that other stuff is not. But what they tend to do is follow, not on the trail, but along the trails. See, like any of that smashed down stuff right there, that could all be Mr. B right there. This kind of thing. The white, oh, yeah. And one other thing, okay, so I had the hypothesis about their feet getting the sap from the pine needles and whatever, and then they come here and they pick up the smaller leaves and whatnot, right? Okay, so I found proof of this. Check this out. Okay, so the Bigfoot tracks are right there, right? And if they stick to the periphery kind of concept, they're gonna have to do something like this. So I was looking at, let me find it, right here. Here's this rock. Okay, it caught my attention with the white. I generally don't walk on rocks. Okay, I walk on a trail because I'm trying to get it pounded down. So I tend to avoid rocks. Notice this. See that? Okay, that's the white we've been seeing on rocks where they step. What is this? That's fresh, my friends. Look at that. Okay, that's that sap with the dirt and whatever. They get stuck to the bottom of their feet, and it comes off when they step on the rocks. Okay, so that's another hypothesis confirmed about Mr. Bigfoot. That's how predictable this is getting. And he's around. I can hear him at night when I sit out here until I start freezing my whatever. So I sit out here as long as I can. Sometimes I'll play guitar, but not all the time. I don't want him to get bored with anything. So the whole one-man vaudeville show kind of thing, as egotistical and immodest as that sounds, but this is where it really plays in, because I'm trying to keep Mr. B entertained. Number one, so he'll have a reason not to off me. It's like, hey, let's save this guy. He's okay, kind of a thing. Keeps us entertained, you know. And to show that I'm not afraid of them and that I think of them as people, because I talk constantly. When I hear noises, I'm like, hey, is that you, Mr. B? When I go in for the night and close my tent, good night, you know, Bigfoot family, whatever. And I do all kinds of weird things like the golf and practicing high kicks, like that branch right there that shoots my target slightly over my head. Do stuff like just whatever, you know, just to kind of keep them entertained. And in fact, this flat area down here, I was just thinking, those black bags on top of my car, they have tarps in them. And so I have extra tarp. I think I'm going to put one down on here and get my skateboard out and see what I can do. Because that would sure as hell get their attention. Because I don't think people have ever ridden skateboards up here. I'm just guessing. I don't know. But So stay tuned, folks, because Mr. B is in the house, or very, very close by. So, wow. Anyway, again, it's Monday, October 21st. I'm gonna go check out. I'm gonna do a kind of little statistical survey of another road trail thing that I found the other day as I was panicking my way back to the campsite. And then I'm gonna go head down and put this stuff on the internet. So it's on its way. Stay tuned. Adios.